off. But yeah, man. Yeah, life-changing things happening with me, where I was able to buy. Well, that story goes back a little bit because I was trying to buy I had lost my parents back in 2024, and I wanted to buy my dad's Acura RDX from the bank. He had a loan on it when he passed, and I've been me and my brother, we've been doing 50-50 on all the bills as the house is in probate, right? So everything's in probate, his estate and everything. But I was trying to buy his Acura RDX from the bank, and the bank he has a lien on it for $24,000, and I was trying to buy the car from pay the loan off in full and have my dad's car, just because I wanted to have a piece of him. That now I got a piece of him in the car that he drove, and I wanted a car, and the bank came. The bank came to me and gave me like an ultimatum, like you have 10 days to pay out the loan. And I said, oh, I have no problem paying the 24,000 and then and get the car. But then because my stepfather had passed, he left no will. Excuse me. What, Jadiel? He's got to go in there with Tyrell.
No, I'm saying I'm picking these up at 12.
Why is she coming up here at 12?
I'm picking up at 12. Going to get something on South Street.
You tell Tyrell. Tyrell got to watch him. You ain't got to tell me.
Oh, sure I tell you.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's the story. The bank had gave me an ultimatum to 10 days, right, to take over my dad's car, to pay the loan off and everything. So what happens is when my father had estate and everything, the loan is in his name. Everybody would have to sign off on that title. That means I would have to contact a lawyer to have everyone sign off on that title, and then the title can be turned in my name. The bank just was not going to turn the title over in his name, in my name, just because I paid the loan off. It had to go through the lawyer's hands, and the lawyer would have to hand out paper to all 7 individuals. The 7 individuals that came against me and my brother against my dad's estate in probate. Out of the 7, 4 of them want to give everything back to me and my brother. 3 of them were fighting for whatever they can get out of my dad's estate. So they have to sign off on the paperwork on the title for me to even get the title turned in my name. And I had 10 days to do this. And there was just no way that would happen as far as the lawyer's standpoint, to get a whole lawyer, then have them send out these papers to get to the 7 individuals, that they would have to sign off on all this for me to get my dad's car. It became a hassle and a hardship, because then I would have to go down on vacation, pick up the car, and then be able to drive it home. So now they're taking the car because they said that upon his death, the bank it was in default. So the loan goes in default. We should have turned the car in when he passed away. And they found out we were trying to buy the car, and that's how they got a hold of us. So now I wasn't able to get my dad's car. So I was able to financially buy an Acura RDX A-Spec for cash from Pokemon, guys, from Pokemon. A life-changing event that happened to me, that although it wasn't my dad's car, I was able to still get this in remembrance to him. I got the car, and it cost me 30 beans, 30K. And I was able to do it from Pokemon. And
this sounds like a very complicated situation, Mike.
This kind of stuff, guys, I mean, for me to be going through what I'm going through with his side of the family, fighting me and my brother, there was 7 of them all together, come up against us. Money changes people, guys. All right, money changes people. And you know, those three individuals might have some things going on where they need the money. Whereby me, I'm financially stable. I've still got a full-time job. I got my hustle with the Pokemon, which is my hustle. Right, it's my side hustle outside of my full-time job. I've been making connections with people. All right, and I'm good. You know, I'm good. So you know, outside of the house, yeah, I do have some complications with my brother. And the sad story, guys, is me and my brother, we're not like on talking terms, you know, like brotherly love kind of thing. We do talk, but we never were like close, like, you know, brothers, you know. He does his thing and I do my thing. Jeff is just a totally different person. That's my brother. But you know, issues do arise even with brothers. And it came to that point where for the house, my dad's house, where we have to, we have a complication here whereby, I don't want to really go into details at this point, but I'm just going to leave it at that. All right. But it is what it is, man. So behind this, guys, I'm dealing with my dad's estate. Yeah, I still got stuff at the studio to do, but guys, I got work to do. All right. I got enough on my plate. Besides that, I'm taking my focus off of my dad, and what's going on with his estate and stuff. I'm focusing on Pokemon, and most importantly is my family. All right, my dad's gone, my mom's gone. All right, I can't bring them back. Mike's got to live, and I'm here for my family. All right, so when I do come back to YouTube, I'm back to YouTube. All right, I still got work to do in the studio, but other than that, guys, my success is not on YouTube. My success came before YouTube, and now it's even with success in Pokemon, where, guys, I'm not getting paid from YouTube to be doing videos. And my views on YouTube don't mean, it serves a purpose for those that are following me. But as far as like financial backing, it's not there. Where Pokemon finances my hustle is in Pokemon, guys. I mean, before Pokemon was video games where I made hustles. I was meeting people long before I even came to YouTube. And now Pokemon's is 100% of that now is not video games. It's 100% Pokemon, where now I'm wheeling and dealing with other people. And that takes away from YouTube. It does take away from YouTube because now I'm wheeling and dealing with Pokemon with people that on a daily basis. All right, on a daily basis before work, on Sundays and Mondays. Normally when I'm filming videos, I'm out and I'm sourcing product and I'm meeting people. It's because of what I've already started with when I was off of YouTube, and I told you guys that I was taking a break earlier this year. And then it was a good thing that I did because my father passed away. So it was a good thing that I called the shot right there. I stopped YouTube and said I'll be back, but I don't know when, because I felt a presence that something was going to happen. All right, so I didn't want that to hinder me. And then I got videos on top of that I wanted to do, but I got my dad situation on my mind, so that would just complicate things. So I called the shot and said I'm going to stop filming on YouTube, and that was a big reason why. And then through his death, I was able to get everything that I said I was getting. The machines are here. Everything that I talked about on YouTube that I said I was getting, the coin pusher, it's here. The claw machine is here. The vending machine is here. Everything I told you guys I was doing, I got. If you follow me on YouTube, you would have been able to follow my story. And you would have seen that, hey, this guy is the real deal. I am the real deal, guys. When I say I'm going to do something, I do it. And I back it up. Check my Instagram reels. All right? And that's what I told you guys before I even left. I said, follow me on Instagram, PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, to see my journey. Because behind the scenes, you see that I am doing exactly what I told you to do. That even in my father's death, even with everything going on in my life, I was still 100% in this hustle right behind you guys. I'm still listening to Nostalgianomics. I'm still listening to Northwoods. I'm still listening to Pika Pika Papa. I'm still listening to Danny Phantom. I'm still behind all of these other guys that do the investing thing. I am right behind them, listening and learning along with them and doing this hustle right along with you guys, even when I left. So if you think I'm like blindsided, that I wasn't doing anything, that I was just hindering on what I was going to be doing with the channel, well, you're sadly mistaken, because I put my money where my mouth is. You have to see the reels. Hundreds of reels up there from everything from day one when I left. If you follow me on Instagram, you would see my whole story and my success. In the presence that I lost my parents, I'm still in this thing with you guys. And I did 100% of everything that I said I was going to do with this channel. As far as those machines, I didn't lie. I didn't lie. I didn't lie. There's a vending machine. There's the coin pusher. There's a claw machine. All right? There's 3 machines I told you I was getting. All right? I didn't lie. It's just you guys have to understand. All right, I have to get back on this game because we lost our 15 minutes, so I gotta get back on the game. And as soon as I get done with this round, I'll pause it again. I have no ammo in this gun, but I got 15 minutes, and then I'll just, I'll come back. But I gotta concentrate on this now, so I don't die. I'm able to keep this video up around 39, so it is a high round. I'm trying to rank up in this, and I wanted to bring this video to you while I talk. So I don't want to die here neither. I want to keep these rounds going. But yeah, so in the event that you guys, through everything that I do, you see I have other talents that I am good at with video games and living the dream with you guys in this investing, guys, that I am talented in other areas outside of the investing. I do play gaming. I love gaming. It's been a big part of my life since my stepfather introduced us to the Atari 2600. It's been a big part of my life as we get into the new eras of gaming. I'm a gamer too, guys. So I have fun in other areas of this, and then, I'm having fun with the Pokemon, and then I'm going to have fun with these machines as well, bringing this to YouTube. So there's a lot going on, all right? There's a lot going on. You guys got to understand. But just because I'm not here, guys, I'm telling you right now, stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course. My parents are not here to see my success. My parents are not here to see my success. You guys are. You guys are. You guys are. You guys are here to see my success. So I don't put my reels out. My reels are not the car that I showcase on you. A lot of people call that, oh, he's flexing. When I show you product, all the product that I bought, I'm flexing, or I'm bragging, and it's not that, guys. It's not that. I'm just showing you that I am doing exactly what I am doing. What I said I was doing, I'm in this investing. That I'm the 100% the real deal. I don't just talk the talk, I actually walk the walk. And I wanted to share my journey and my success. So you see the ins and the outs, that you can see my growth from where I was and where I am now. And that's not bragging rights. That's not showcasing or showboating. It's just sharing you my success, that everyone talking negative about this is not sustainable and all of this is talking right out their rear end. All right? It's talking right out their rear end. And it's all from the negativity on people who are trying to down Nostalgianomics for his giving numbers and saying he's shilling and saying that, is not right on his talks when I'm following the guy. I'm telling you, I'm following the guy's footsteps. And I'm reaping the rewards. I'm reaping the rewards. I am reaping the rewards from my work. My work is not in vain. That, I have made a good amount of money in this hobby. That, you guys are here to see it, and I share the reels to show you the success. They tell the story that, you guys can say, this guy is the real deal. He's doing exactly what these other people saying is not possible. This guy is doing it. And if you want to be part of that, good for you. Stick with this channel. But I told the Stoudonomic, Alex, who I consider a good friend, that we needed to be a light on the lighthouse to help you guys from hitting the rocks. Help you guys from not making mistakes in this hobby. Follow people that are showing you the ropes. A boxer needs a trainer, all right? A trainer needs a coach, and I'm here to be your coach. And I think Alex is here to be your coach as well, to help you, share with you, to help you as knowledgeable as he is, so you won't fall into the mistakes that we might have made earlier. But then, our success stories are written. The book is written, the story is told, but it's not the end of the story. The story is still, it's like the never-ending story, because we just keep going, and we keep sharing our success. While other people try to knock us down, we share our success here with you guys. And that's what it's about. It's not all about me, it's not all about Alex, it's all about sharing our success so you can do it too. Anybody in this hobby can do rinse and repeat. And if you're in debt, you can get out of debt. If you're struggling, the struggle can be real, but can be temporarily. You can be you're your own destroyer of your own dreams, guys. I'm telling you that now. If you let someone kill your dream, yes, it's possible that they can kill it. If you let them. But if you believe in yourself, anything is possible. And I'm here to tell you, anything is possible. And now I'm more bullish. I'm more riskier. I'm willing to take the risk because I see the rewards. I don't care what other people say about me. And a lot of them don't have the finances to do what I'm doing. A lot of them are just, miserable, and they just don't want to see you succeed. And I've been there. I've seen it, and I just don't worry about those people. I worry about the people that follow me, that want to know what I know, that want to follow my shoes, that want to wear they want to put on Michael Dabbs's sneakers, and they want to wear my same shoe size. I want those people in my corner that want to be like me, but they don't know how to get there. I want to be the ones that help take you there. And that's why I share. And I share my successes. It's not bragging rights. It's not flexing rights. It's to show you that you can do it. If I did it, you can do it. And I can tell you that I came from broke, busted, and disgusted. I was in debt. I can tell you about those stories. And then I can tell you about the life-changing things that happened to me in Pokemon. And it all happened. My biggest successes happened later. It wasn't until 12 years later where my biggest successes happened. And it was this year that they happened. It wasn't in Pokemon sales and in the flea markets and stuff where I was selling before. This year has been my biggest year. And that's why I say, you guys, it may come in cycles because of the way the bull market, but is this the last bull market we're ever going to experience? Is this to sell everything now and reap your rewards now, or do you continue to hold? And I say continue to hold, guys, but you can sell stuff now. And I'm gonna tell you stuff that I've been doing now. All right. So as soon as can I save this now? All right, I'm saving that. So that way I can go on and talk and not be too much focus about the game. Yeah, as let me get this camera down. I am going through my collection, even in this current time. I see opportunities in other sets that I am liquidating. When I say liquidate, it doesn't mean like I'm fire selling my product, right? I'm not. I see weaker sets that I got, even in collection boxes that I got, because I was a strong believer in auxiliary products, and I still am. It's just that some auxiliary products we're going to get more of now, and there's been a shift in the market where booster boxes are going to be like the limited thing, is going to be the limited print run. At least I see it. The window for opportunity for booster boxes is very limited now. And you need to be able to get into those and lock in a position in booster boxes because there may not be reprints of them. Whereby the auxiliary products, there will be reprints of ETBs and booster bundles and collection boxes and mini tins and stuff like that. Where some of these other auxiliary products are now going to be coveted by collectors and investors that want it, like the booster bundle display boxes and the UPC cases and cases of the ETBs. People, booster box cases, there's a premium that people pay on this stuff. And auxiliary stuff used to be the stuff that people didn't want, that people shouldn't buy and you shouldn't invest in it. And now it's completely opposite, that is going to be the stuff that comes. And the booster box is going to be the booster box is going to be your main thing.
I may not know what most of them are ATMD.
Yeah. So your booster box is going to be your main thing that you should be focusing on. And I'm here to tell you, it doesn't matter at this, like I said, there's been a shift in the market. And it doesn't matter at the price point that you get it. It doesn't matter if you bought it at 400, you bought Destiny Rivals at 400, you bought it at 300, whatever. The thing is, how long can you hold it? All right? Because we got a lot of people with feather hands. And I say feather hands, they're very light. And when they're light, they're easy to pass the buck. They're easy to sell off stuff. And you got a lot of feather hands in here. And that's what I'm going to call your people that want to flip stuff quick is the feather hands. And you got a lot of heavyweights, and I'm calling those the whales. And those whales are ready to take over those featherweights positions. So featherweights are in here to make a quick buck, and then they're in and out. They just want to get rid of stuff quickly, make short profits, and they're in and out. Make deals, get done, and these are our featherweights that are in here. And there's a lot of featherweights compared to whales. There are more featherweights in here now. And the featherweights are here for the quick profits, the quick tendies. They want to make a quick buck and they're out. They're not here for the long haul. And there are going to be times, I think we're seeing some times now, in this market, even though we're in a bull market, you have some people that have over-leveraged themselves. And when I say over-leveraged, they bought too much, they charged too much on credit cards, and they're trying to flip. They're trying to sell quickly. And there's a resistance. There's a resistance where people like me, there is a price point in which I will not buy an item. I have my own set price at which I'm buying stuff, and I'll get laughing emojis from Facebook from people that laughed at me. They're laughing. They put the laughing emoji like with like winks or on there, like they're being emotional about it. Like, this guy is stupid. What? Why would anybody sell Destiny Rivals for $80 to him when it's going for $130? And and even though I put a premium on above, I'm not looking for those people. I'm looking at the people that sell to me. I'm looking for those people that bought it at Walmart for $54, and you make $30, $40 from me on top. All right. Same thing like the Blooming Waters. Like the Blooming Waters boxes, I'm buying it. Maybe I was buying a bunch of them at $100 each. I'm still buying Prismatic, Lucario and Tyranitar at $100. I'll get laughing emojis all these things are going for 130. Dude, I'm not looking for you to sell it. You might be one that might have bought it high yourself. And yeah, I'm looking for people who have 5, 10, 20 of them. They want to sell them $100 a clip. They want to get that. They want to get fast money. They bought them in at Costco for $57. And I'm going to tell you, there's some disturbance in the force. All right. Even though Costco's is limiting you 2 per customer, I want to tell you some inside information that I know is going on. And is it right? Well, you guys can make up the decision. But I'm not worried about what people say about me because I'm buying a lot of product. I could care less what people say about me. All right. I'm here to build a position. All right. I'm not here for the people that want to be negative, then be negative. I'm not saying that I'm the problem, that Nostalgianomics ripping ships is a problem, or people on Whatnot is a problem. There's a problem with supply, and Pokemon needs to figure it out. All right, needs to figure it out. All right, but I pay a premium on product from people, and I look for those people that are botting. If they're botting on online, then the servers online need to figure it out and get those botters off of there. But here's what's going on at Costco. All right, before we get off course a little bit, Costco, and I heard from the grapevine. Not going to name anybody's names. Not going to put anybody in the limelight. But I was told by one of the guys who was selling me prismatic Lucario boxes that although Costco got that huge supply, that huge pallet of prismatic Lucario boxes, and they got restocked last week, right? Limit of 2 per membership, right? So you go and you get your 2, and then you're able to go put your 2 in a car, go right back in with the same person. They know you bought 1, 2 before, go right back in and buy another 2. And you had people going into Costco right after they got their limited 2, go right back in, buy another 2, and keep going all day until they used all their money up that they had. So if they had a $1,000 limit on cash or on a credit card, they charged it all up and got as many boxes as they could at 2 at a time and filled the back of their trunk up from Costco on a limit that Costco gave you a limit of 2 per card, but they knew you were coming back in buying more. They didn't care. They just kept selling. So here I'm buying in boxes. I'm paying $100. So you pay $57 on those boxes. I'm paying you $100. And I get laughing emojis from people. And people will write a comment too. And I don't really care about the comments because I looked at a few, but really I don't care now. I just overpass those because it's always a negative comment. Oh, you're a scalper. Oh, you're this, you're that. And I really don't care what people want to call me. I don't care. I've been called everything else out of the book. I don't care. All right. I don't care what people think because they don't stop my walk. And I'm here to do what I'm going to do. Right. So I'm buying. I'm not trying to get into Targets. I'm not trying to go into Walmarts. I'm not trying to go into Costco's. All right. I have a BJ's membership, but I don't have a Costco membership. I don't have a Sam's Club membership. So what I did was I worked in my own community behind my backyard on Facebook, reaching out to those people selling them. And I see they may have a garage full of them, and I'm paying a premium. So I buy the prismatic boxes from people who bought them or whatever they did at Costco's. They went in more than they because Costco allowed you, and they got a whole bunch of boxes. I was just building a position, offering to pay $100 per box, and I was looking for those people specifically to reach out to me. After I reached out to them, they would respond back, say, hey, yeah, I'll sell you those boxes. And I hit up many people on Facebook who were selling the boxes at $100. So despite there was people that had a bunch of them, and they might have had it at $130 or $120 a box, I reached out to those people, guys. I reached out to people on Facebook, and I made an offer of where I was comfortable at paying. And I put money right back into Pokemon. right back in. Now, and that was into Blooming Waters, that was into the Lucario boxes, that was into the Legendary Warriors boxes, and that was into the Sea and Sky Crown Zenith boxes, and then Prismatic, and then there was also into the booster bundles. All right. So, and I was paying on the booster bundles $50 a piece across the board for Destined Rivals, Prismatic, and 151. And guys, I got a boatload of it. All right, a boatload of everything. Everything. Those 4 sets I made: Destined Rivals, Crown Zenith, 151, and Prismatic. I got a ton of it. Ton of it. ETBs, booster bundles, booster bundles, ETBs, even collection boxes on that stuff. Crazy. Crazy. And I was able to build a nice position, strong position in those products. And
You're lucky.
although I was buying them, guys, look, I'm not, like I said,
I don't think they sell them at mine.
I was not going to Costco's. I was not going to Walmart's. I was not getting those bundle deals. You know, I was letting those people that go and buy those bundles sell them to me. And I had a lot of repeat people hitting me up. And these are the same people that go to those Costco's and they get the Surging Sparks. They get the Prismatic ETB and bundle for $50-something, and I pay $100 on those. Why would I pay $100 on the ETB alone when I can get the booster bundle and the ETB for the same price? Go see Tyrell. What? He'd be in there with Tyrell. So that's what I'm doing. I'm not the one taking it. I'm not the one taking. Look, guys, go see Tyrell. I'm not the one. No, go. Yeah, that's what you got. I'm not the one scalping product, selling it. I'm not selling none of that. I'm not selling it. This stuff goes into my long-term holds, guys. Long-term hold, where I'm not selling it right now. It's not at the price point where it's worth it to me, where I'm going to make $10, right? Each one, it's not worth it for me to sell right now. And I look at the pull rate data, and this is why I follow Danny Fanup. I follow a lot of pull rate. I look at single cards, right? What's the odds of pulling cards from those sets? And I make a determination if I'm going to even buy the single cards on some of these. And I'm going to give you some plays, guys. There's some plays to be made where a lot of you guys might be sleeping. You say, oh, Pokemon is the sealed product is the only way to make, to even do, if you're looking to make money, it's not the only play. All right? I'm going to give you a supercharged play that you can do right now, but you can buy and you hold for a while. And this is, and let's go back to, all right, I'm going to give you an example. If you look at Team Up, right, and Cosmic Eclipse, Team Up and Cosmic Eclipse, maybe Unified Minds, where you had character rare cards, and then you had the tag team cards, right? And the character rare trainer gallery. No, you didn't have trainer gallery. You had the character rares that were similar to the trainer galleries. All right, those three sets specifically, just looking at those three, like Team Up, Unbroken Bonds, Cosmic Eclipse. All right, just look at those three sets. And tag team, for example. Try to find tag team cards right now at card shows and stuff that are really nice, clean ones. There are very few clean cards in tag teams. You got to really go through a couple of vendors at the show to find a clean one, and not necessarily the one you were looking for. So to try to find your Pacific one is really hard because a lot of those cards are now damaged. They went through years of rotation, like out of somebody's hand, out of somebody else's binder into somebody else's binder that, or some other kid's hand that didn't take care of it, and that card got damaged, got whitening on it now, can compare to finding a pack fresh card. And why I say pack fresh now is there's plays to be made right now, guys. We're talking about Team Up and Unbroken Bonds, right? Cosmic Eclipse, these are 7-8 years ago, right? These cards, right, came out. The tag teams and Cosmic Eclipse character rare cards, stuff like that, came out. Where you had the trainer and the character, right? Those cards came out. We had a glimpse of what we got now called trainer galleries and illustration rares, right? Now, let's look at Destined Rivals, our current new set. And if you can find nice, clean copies of even some unpopular cards, like cards that aren't popular now, and then focus on buying some of those cheap cards, right? And just buying them at shows, right? Buying nice, clean copies. They don't have to be the best centered. You're going to have a wider variety right now in its infancy to establish yourself now with a lot of cards that if you did it in the tag team area and Cosmic Eclipse era, you would have had a bunch of tag team cards now that would have been valuable if you had held them, right? And it would be nice and clean. You would be sitting on a fortune of cards right now if you had held a lot of, if you just went and did what I told you right now and bought Cosmic Eclipse tag team cards and character rare cards and did the same thing with Team Up, and you bought all those Team Up cards, tag teams, and even some full art stuff. If you bought those now and you kept buying multiples, every show you kept going, buying out the show, going around to vendors, buying those tag team cards, did that now, and you save them for such a time as this, 7-8 years later. And then you say, holy cow, these cards are astronomically gone up. I remember picking these up for $2, $1, 50 cents right now. If you did that with Destined Rivals, even Mega Evolutions right now, you bought certain cards that are undervalued right now, right? And just bought them up, the cheap illustration rares. Doesn't matter, you bought a couple, $2, 50 cents, whatever they were, right? Just build a position on them. Put them in a binder, you put them in a top load sleeve, a top load, and you bought a top load binder, and that's all you kept doing, is just buying specific undervalued, in your eyes, undervalued illustration rares, because we're now at a time in this era where to pull those illustration rares, or Pacific One, are so many packs in to get that card that it makes sense that it doesn't make sense to open those packs to try to chase that card to pull it, because it's going to be very hard for you to get it. But if you just went to shows and you paid the $2, you could pick up multiples that would have been almost the price of a pack that you bought 3 copies and the pack was $6. You was able to get 3 copies. And if you wait, here's plays, guys. If you wait with those cards to such a time as where we're at now, 6, 7, 8 years now, and that set is out of rotation, just like when Destined Rivals goes out and Mega Evolutions, guys, there are going to be plays on those cards. You're going to be glad that you made those plays. You bought the Moltres tagged Moltres from Destined Rivals, and you got multiple copies, and you sat on them, that they went up. Go back in there with Tyrell. I told you to go in there. Go. Right. So that's where you need to be focusing. See, so you don't have to focus on sealed all the time. There's opportunities lying right beneath your feet. And you say, oh, wow, this guy's manipulating. Don't worry about what that somebody else is doing. Danny Phantom did a good thing. He talked about you got to go where somewhere else is not. And it's exactly what I did. I went in and I started making plays where when I couldn't get product, or on days when product wasn't coming in, and it's what I did out this entire year, is when deals weren't coming through, like when I had days where I wasn't getting sealed product from people, it was a weak day. When I said weak, WEAK, it was a weak day where I didn't have a lot of clients I had to meet that I was buying product from. It was a slow day, so I branched out and I went to card shops. And what did I do? Well, guys, all the deals that I did through this year where I got a lot of cards for card shows, because now I do card shows on Sundays, but local card shows in my shop, in my area. Well, I ended up getting a lot of duplicate cards, and they were popular cards. You had Charmander, a Charmeleon, War Turtle, Blastoids. I mean, they were good 151 illustration rares and stuff, but I had duplicates of them. So there was no need for me to have 3 of this, 4 of that, 5 of that, and I didn't advertise that I had them. So what I did, guys, I filtered those out, and I end up having 1 of every card, right? That I felt that at a card show I would sell. All right, I would sell it. I didn't want to back up because I would just make a note on a piece of paper. Like now, just what I would do. I would make a note on a paper, say, all right, I sold the Blastoids. I write it down. Blastoids EX or SAR or Full Art Tag Team. Whatever I sold, I write it down at a card at the show where I'm set up. And I can go to a card show, a card shop, and I'm on the market to look for that card and try to work out a deal. Or I'll be on Facebook Marketplace. I'll be sourcing that cards from people's binders and sets that they got. And people who reach out to me say, yeah, I'm selling cards. I'll be looking for specific cards to replenish what I sold at a show. And as I sell at shows, I'll try to replenish those cards from people coming to me to sell those cards, right? So I didn't want to have duplicates. So I filtered out all of my duplicate cards, all right? And this is what I'm doing in my downtime when I don't have a lot of clients. It wasn't a busy day. It was a slow day. I would go out to card shops and I would source single cards. I would bring my doubles with me, and I would trade out my doubles for cards that I need in my card show box to sell. So now I have single cards, no duplicates in there. The only duplicates cards that I would have, guys, now are cards that I believe in that are undervalued and can go up. I believe will go up in the next 10 years if I buy multiple copies because they're undervalued now, and I'm buying $2, $3 cards that I think have the potential to go to $10, $20 or even further. I'm buying some cards like that, but I believe in. And how do I dictate that I know is I watch pull rates on specific cards. I watch to see what is being played in the meta, what isn't being played. And it's a lot of data that you got to absorb. And you'll be able to navigate this market and source out cards that you believe in or that will have potential to go up. And I watch a lot of Pika Pika Papa where he does cards under 20. And that's why I said, you got to follow channels that are going to help you navigate in this market. And a lot of you guys aren't doing that. You're following specific channels for the investing. But then when it comes to finding out single cards, when you can't find sealed, you don't know what to do. You're like, oh, there's no more sealed. I can't buy sealed. This is how you need to navigate through this market, in the bull market and in a bear market. You can source out single cards, undervalued cards, and when there's nothing where you think there's nothing to be do it sealed, you can navigate other markets that you are in and be consistent with building positions on raw cards that you are going to invest in for a long term because they're undervalued, that you're going to have duplicates of, that you can also, as they go up, you can move out of some of that position because you have so many, or you can move some of the worst centered ones out of there and get other cards that you believe are going to go the same distance. So there's things you can be doing in this hobby outside of just sealed. There's a lot of different steps you can take. All right. There's platforms that even though you collect sealed, you can still dabble in raw cards and invest in those and make short-term flips, long-term holds for cards that you think are going to go like team up, tag teams later on. If you think these character rare, illustration rares, because they're hard to pull, now for specific ones, you can focus in on some of those cheap ones that might go up later on. We don't know where they're going to go, right? But if you're buying them cheap now, you're getting them in at the floor when no one else is buying them, right? So there's Danny Phantom is right, where seek where no one else is going and make plays that no one else is. And you can see plays that are coming down through those other sets that, man, you would think that you would have, if you had thought at that time to make those plays, you'd be sitting in a better state now with having those cards to flip into the market when it became popular, right? So these are plays that you guys can make that, you know, when you can't find sealed product, you can make plays with some single cards. And for me, I made plays with single cards just so I thinned out what I had. I know that I have one of every card, and my box mainly consists, my show box mainly consists of cards valued a minimum of $20 that I'm selling at card shows, a minimum of $20 up to $200. All right, and I'm not going too far over $200 because I want to stay in the field where people can afford the cards. Because once you go outside a certain price point, people are priced out. And once you get like that $1,000 threshold, $700 cards, $500 cards, you're gonna have to look for a specific buyer to come to buy that card, specifically if you're looking for cash. So that's where you'll be. Look, go in with Tyrell. So that's where you're going to have to be. All right, that's where you're going to have to be. There are other plays to be made outside of just sealed. If you are consistent with watching other YouTube channels and willing to step outside your comfort zone and just being a sealed collector. I'm not a big slab investor or collector. I rather have raw over slab. King all the way. Sealed is king. Specifically now, when there's not a lot of it around, it gets bought up quickly. I myself, I just bought it on the secondary market because I didn't want to get in any tassels or any issues with people at stores. So I just avoid the stores. But I do find restocks here and there. Like I walk into a store after it's already been ransacked. People had already got, and I do find some stuff here and there, but it's not often. All right, it's not often. And my reels will clearly show you it's not often. I do hit some other stores. Like I'll go to Family Dollar, I'll go to Dollar Generals, I'll go to Walgreens, and they're even having trouble getting product. It's not every week. Normally they get product every week, but they don't get it all the time. I know Dollar General is supposed to be getting the prismatic poster collection, the ones with the 3 packs. That is coming out real soon. I see people who have that. So I'm going to be focusing on that. But guys, I already have a lot of poster collection on prismatic. The only reason I would buy prismatic at the Dollar General is because I'm buying it on the open market for $25 a box. I can just dollar for dollar cost average now. If I pick some up at Dollar General that I paid $16, I dollar for dollar cost average that into the ones that I paid $25. It brings my collection value down per pack. It brings everything down on that level. It brings it down because I'm buying it at $25, right? So if I found some at 16, yeah, it can substantially bring down my price point, where everything from that entry point of $16 can actually go to 16 or below, or 16. It can bring the price per pack down, and I can actually almost be close to $16 as an entry point versus $25 as an entry point. So, you know, finding product as cheap as you can, when when Dollar Generals and stuff drops, you get dollar for dollar cost average, even though you bought high. So that's why the theory is, you know, if you bought high, it doesn't matter, because there's always that dollar for dollar cost average you can do in, that you can enter in once you find product at a lower point than what you initially got it in at. So there's no wrong and there's no right. Especially if you buy booster boxes, in that standpoint, you bought some high, you bought some low, you dollar for dollar cost average, but who cares anyway? Because if you hold it, if you got diamond hands like Rudy, right, Alpha Investments, and you got the Rudy's bathroom, and you can just dump that product in there, and you set it and you forget it. That means you just put it away and you hold it for that 5-10 year term. Most likely you'll see a return on that before the 5 years. Most likely on booster boxes, the return will be there before it even hits the 5 years. At least that's what I see. And now it's just crazy points where we're at now, where certain sets, Destined Rivals, is doing its thing. But I think Prismatic. Now I'm not pumping the market, but people who watch me, they can make plays. But I think Prismatic is our Evolving Skies. At least I see it because it's doing the Evolving Skies plays. I mean, the plays, it's right before you. Look where it's going. Look how strong the set is, and look where the value is. And people that do rip and chips and stuff, it's their number one selling point of a pack. And it doesn't matter how much they put out on the market. It's getting absorbed, guys, and it's staying at the price where it's at. So Prismatic is our Evolving Skies 2.0. I'm going to be the one to say it. It's there. So anybody else can say whatever, but that's where I'm at. Go in there with Tyrell. So that's where I'm going to be at. I'm going to say that's where it is. Destiny Rivals, I think, is going to do good. Phantasmal Flames, I think, is going to be another good set. Mega Evolutions is one of our best base sets that came out, and that's going to be doing something crazy too. What? I'm not. Man, you guys better stop knocking on this damn door. So, I believe Mega Evolutions is going to do wonders. It's going to do wonders. We just have to wait and see. It's still new, yes. I can tell you, I can see the writing on the wall that we're probably going to get Mega Evolutions, ETB, and Booster Bundle Costco drop. All right, I can see that. But Mega Evolutions is coming out in other box sets, 4 box sets. It's coming out where you got Destiny Rivals and Mega Evolutions packs inside, and then the Mega Evolutions tins came out where you got 1 Destiny Rivals and 1 Mega Evolutions, where before we just got the 2 packs of something of the same set in there. Now you're getting 2 of the best sets of this era, Destiny Rivals and Mega Evolutions, in a Mega Evolutions tin, which is kind of crazy, but it's a great investment for that mini tin. Has a lot of potential, especially if those 2 sets do crazy numbers, which they're doing in the short term. If they perform in the long term, people are going to want that set. It's going to be one of those sets that brought people back into the hobby. And if you focus on some of that kind of material, that kind of product, like Celebrations and 151, nostalgia stuff, that nostalgia products that brought people back in the hobby, there are going to be people that are still going to want to crack those packs later on, and the packs have potential, really great potential if you invest in them. So, if you put those things away, they're going to do absolutely phenomenal. And that's why my main focus, guys, still to this day, right now, even though they're at the price points where they're at, I am still bullish on Prismatic, 151 Crown Zenith, and Destined Rivals, right? So those are my 4. Mega Evolutions, Destined Rivals, Prismatic, 151. Well, Crown Zenith is up there too. So if you want to say those 4, but the main 4 are Crown Zenith, 151, Prismatic, and Destined. All right, those are the 4 big ones. Mega Evolutions you can throw in there as a side one. But those are the big 4. 151's getting harder to find. Crown Zenith, I haven't had anybody trade me or sell me any Crown Zenith in a long time. So that's been, pretty much, hard to get for me. I haven't had people coming. I've been getting Prismatic up the rear end. I got so much Prismatic, blooming Prismatic Lucario boxes and boosted bundles and ETBs. Tons of it. I'm pretty much set with Prismatic. If you guys don't believe me, check the reel on Oaktuber Jedi Hustler. I showed you the inside of my storage unit. I can't even walk inside that storage unit. There's literally boxes behind boxes behind boxes. And it's all plagued up with Blooming Waters and 151 and Legendary Warrior boxes, all staged up right in the front. And then there's poster collection of 151, Crown, Zenith, all kind ETBs and all that in the back, booster boxes, all that stuff's in the back. It's jammed up. My storage unit is jammed up. Then you see the racks. I told you I had to put racks up. I didn't even start putting the racks up in the storage unit. And you see my storage unit from, if you watch the last reel, the first reel I did where I showed you, hey, I said, hey, this Pokemon TCG, I'm inside the storage unit, and I showed you that. Now, look at that reel for now, where the growth of what my storage unit is now, it's crazy. Crazy in that storage unit. I can just step and put stuff in. I have to move stuff, organize it, and I still have to build the racks in there. But this year alone, the growth in that storage unit is crazy. And like I said, it's not bragging rights, it's just telling you, it tells the story of what I'm doing and that I am putting my money to my mouth, where my mouth is. When I'm meeting people, you see me doing live reels. You know, live reels with the people in front of the house. A lot of the meetups happen right here at my house. All right, so it's just because of the connections of the people that I contacted, I reached out to when they were selling stuff, that it's a repeat of those same sellers coming back with product from Costco's, from Walmart restocks, Target restocks, and stuff that they want to sell that they got. And since I'm buying them at a premium, I'm paying more than they did if they bought it at Target themselves. So they win, I win. I win when I sell it later on. They win now because they make the profits. But I'm in it for a longer term, man, than they are. I don't have the paper hands where I'm just looking for the money now. I am weeding out like I did. I weeded out like Vivid Voltage booster boxes. I weeded out Vivid Voltage booster boxes, guys, and I got a lot of singles. All right, I got a lot of singles, but I traded 2 Vivid Voltage booster boxes for 1 Destined Rivals booster box. And you could say, oh, you're a complete idiot for doing that. Was I? I think Vivid Voltage is going to do Vivid Voltage thing. Vivid Voltage is not at $300 yet. I got 100% of my market of the value of that box. I got 100% of the market of the value, whatever the box was, $250, $253. I got 100% of that in credit at the store for those boxes. I didn't lose anything. I got 100% credit. Whatever the market price was, I got 100% of that in credit. And I was able to shop at a store, at a card shop, and get a bunch of singles. And that's exactly what I did. So I traded 2 of the booster boxes. There was 6 left. I traded 2 of them away for a Destined Rivals booster box. Got that. And then I traded the 4 remaining ones in for raw cards. All right? And that's on the reel. So I got rid of my Vivid Voltage. Where do I see Vivid Voltage going within the next 5 years? Vivid Voltage, I think, will still be under $500 in the next 5 years. It could reach 500, but I think it's going to be under 500. Where do I see Destined Rivals? It's already at 500. Where do I see it going when it goes out of rotation? Easily upwards of $800 to $1,000. See? So will Vivid Voltage reach that before Destined Rivals? Probably not. And that's why I made the move. See? There's got to be a theory behind the madness, guys. A reason why you want to get out of a less popular product that makes sense and put it into a play that makes sense. You gotta know pull rates, you gotta know stuff, right? So this is why I do things. I get out of certain positions not because I don't believe in the product, I just believe there is a better product that I can put the money into, and I don't have to put new money into it to do it. And I rather recycle the Vivid Voltage box I paid $100 for per box. They're already up I'm getting $153 in return right now. I rather move them out now. I don't care about where they're going to go later. I'm moving now. All right? Because now is not going to be 5 years later I'm going to be able to get the plays that I'm doing now. And so I'm going into plays on some raw cards that, I'm going to be able to sell at the show. And I'm going to be able to I got that Destined Rivals box, which I believe in is for my long-term play, is going to do phenomenal. So I made those plays, right? It's got to be stuff you believe in, guys. Yeah. And you say, well, if you said sealed is king, then why did you do that? Here's the design by the mechanics. Is I don't care where my singles go, because I don't care where my singles go in that aspect. They go down, they go up, they go sideways, whatever. I don't care. Here's the thing. I play around with the singles in this game to get sealed product and to get other raw cards. All right? My sealed product is going to far surpass the far surpass what the singles do. All right, so that's why that's my belief. Now you guys may not believe that, but that's my belief, and I believe my sealed, because of the amount that I have, is going to far surpass those singles anyway. And since I'm only holding one copy of each, and then once this last show is over, I'm going to be selling the singles that I got now. I'm going to be putting them on Facebook, because the next show isn't until next year. So I got months of the winter time to sell through all my singles and make plays for other stuff, but then find undervalued Pokemon and still build cards for the next show. By the time it comes, I'll still be able to get a bunch of singles. All right, so that's my method of what I'm doing. After this last November show, I'm going to be selling all the singles that I got. I'll be putting on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm going to be pouring into sealed. I'll have people trading me for sealed. I'll have plays that I'll be making for other cards. I'm still going to be buy, sell, trade. So I'm going to have singles. Regardless, I'm not going to be sold out of singles completely. There's going to be plays for me, yes, all lined up across the board after the show. All right, but that's what I'm doing. It's not a play that everyone would make, but that's where I see things. And right now, I'm still establishing myself in my own community, right, of having buyers, having sellers that will sell me sealed product. Now, if I did a rip and ship now, I'd probably be in business as a rip and shipper maybe for a few months, but then it'll be one. I'll be done. I'll be sold out. Where will I get more product? So what I'm doing is sourcing out now products. The people that are selling, want to sell, and building positions now. So that way I'll have the product. All right? So that's what I'm doing now. And it's, that way I don't have to worry about when I do a rip and ship, I'll always have product. See, the Solonomics got his buyers. He has a Discord. I don't have Discord. I'm going a total different way about it. I'm already building strong positions now on popular products that I always trade off later on. So I'm already leveraged in where, I have popular products already that I can trade out to get other weaker sets if I need be, right? So there's not an issue there. But I'll have those products there, man, to do. So, everyone has their own way about and their own thinking. I just go on my own way of doing things, and how I may see things play out. And I don't think I've done anything that is gonna have me fall back. I think I'm doing it right. And I truly think that the people that I deal with now on Facebook Marketplace, those will be my rip and shipper. Those will be the people that buy from me on rip and ships. At least part of the people, in my own community that will be my backing on rip and ships, because they already dealt with me. So why wouldn't they want to support me in that manner? So with that going forward, I'll have a website done. I do have a lot of plans in the back of my mind. I'm not going to tell you what the plans is for the vending machine over there. I have multiple ways I want to use that vending machine. I don't want to put anything out right now as to what I'm going to do, because then it gives other people's insight to go get one and do it. So I'm not going to say it, But I will tell you, once we get the channel back open, there'll be some surprises. All right. I do have a final machine I have to get. All right. I do have a final machine I have to get. It's not ordered yet. I didn't get it. But it's going to be $3,500. That machine is definitely my biggest project for the channel. No, I don't have it yet. All right. So out of all the other machines, yeah, like I said, you've seen them. I showed you on camera. You saw the claw machine. You saw the coin pusher. You saw the vending machine. I have those. There's one final machine that I don't have, which is going to add another series into this channel. And like I said, the best is yet to come, guys. I hope and truly believe and hope that you guys stay subscribed, that you're in for a surprise. All right? You truly are, and it's going to be an honor to do everything going forward in the channel. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a huge success. All right? So I'm excited for it. Still have a Shopify website that I'm going to be building. Still got a lot of work. And as you know, my work is not finished here with the studio. My work is not done with my dad. I still am dealing with that stuff. And I want to make sure that, you know, everything is cleared out, that I have all the cobwebs out of my closet are cleared out. So that way my main focus can be here on YouTube. All right. And going forward, then I can be bringing videos to you without being so busy with what else is going on and having to deal with my dad's stuff on the side. So, you know, I am still here, guys. I'm still 100% doing everything that I told you I'm doing. You have to watch my Instagram reel. To follow me on Facebook, MikeDab6. You gotta watch this and watch the reels, and you'll know that what I'm doing. You're like, damn, this guy is putting into work, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm putting into work behind the scenes. You don't see it because it's a video here, but there's tons of video reels on Instagram, and you say, damn, he's been putting in some work, man. This guy's been doing a lot. I have been doing a lot, and there's a reason why. Because I'm going to need everything that I have in storage for the plays and stuff that I have set forth for this channel. I'm going to need what I got, and I don't want to have any dead ends. I don't want to be out of product. I want to be well stocked so I can keep going. All right. And yeah, I do have a dream that this could be a full-time thing one day. And not that I need a full-time job now because of what I've been doing in Pokemon, guys. You know, I can say goodbye to a full-time job right now. I can say, be done. But it's not in my best interest to do it right now. I'm just going to wait for the timing right to see how everything plays out on the channel, and I'll make a more informed decision at a later time. All right? But I believe in the channel. I believe in everything that I'm doing. I believe in the path that I've chosen is going to be one that's going to be proven, but unmatched and untapped. I'm going into a totally untapped market with what I'm doing. And I think it's going to be an eye-openers for a lot of people on YouTube. Like, what the hell is going on over there at Pokemon TCG? I think truly we are going to set a new trend, and a new generation of people are going to want to do more stuff that I'm doing on the channel. So I think it will be a trendsetter for that. And I think there's enough people opening packs and all that stuff on YouTube. There's enough people talking about investing. Where how much more can you talk about investing, right? It's the secret's out. Sealed product, guys. Booster boxes. How much more can we talk about? If you buy booster boxes, you're going to be good. That's the most liquid thing in Pokemon. But the auxiliary stuff is liquid too. How do you move it? How do you move stuff like that? Well, not a lot of people talk about that, but you do. You can move auxiliary products. If you buy the correct auxiliary products based on the products inside, then if the packs inside do great, especially if you buy packs that have boxes and tins that have Destined Rivals and Mega Evolutions, yeah, that stuff, those packs, that box may not go up, but the packs inside, because you got so many, you bought those collection boxes and you got a good deal. You know, there's deals out there, but if you bought them, you got them pretty cheap, or you got them at a good deal. Yeah, you can break down those packs and do good, because of the packs inside is where it's going to build up a profit for you on there, where you may get exactly what you paid for on the box. You make profit with the 2 packs. They get you the value back, and the other 2 packs will be profit. Let me give you an example of that. Mysterious Power Tins. Those are the ones that came at Walgreens. They have 1 Evolving Skies, 1 Fusion Strike, and I believe 1 Brilliant Stars. I paid $17 for that tin. The 1 Evolving Skies already pays for the tin and gives me profit, and the Brilliant Stars and Fusion Strike are clearly all profit. This is exactly what I'm talking about with auxiliary. If you buy the right auxiliary products that have the right packs inside, 1 pack clearly makes you a profit. 1 pack clearly covers the cost of the item, even with tax. So you pay $17 for those tins. The 1 pack of Evolving Skies covers the price of the tin, and you got some profit from the leftover balance. And if you sell the Brilliant Stars Fusion Strike, that's all your meat and potatoes right there. Profit. So if you bought a lot of those, congratulations, guys. Everybody was telling you don't buy auxiliary products. Well, that was a total lie. That was a lie. You can buy auxiliary products, and they will profit if you believe the packs. Evolving Skies, one of the best sets of our generation, still has not finished growing. Where do you see Evolving Skies going if you're sitting on a bunch of tins that you can break out and get those packs of some really top tier packs inside of that tin? Glad I bought them. I'm glad I bought them. That I didn't listen to the people on there say, hey, auxiliary products they're hard to sell. Evolving Skies packs are not going to be hard to sell. Some people may be outpriced on them, but they're not hard. They're not going to be hard to sell. You can take those packs, take them to shows, trade them. Some people will pay you cash for them too. So there was ways to make money with those loose packs from those tins. And that's why I have a record of videos with me breaking down tins and box sets, and that's how I got many of my loose packs, where other people knocking against me. Oh, how'd you get all those loose packs? How did they get all loose? Well, if you follow me on my channel, you know that I've done a lot of breakdowns, especially on hidden fates and stuff like that. You saw me break down the product right there. I was breaking down $3,000, $5,000 worth of hidden fate, breaking down the tins, breaking down the boxes. That's how I got all those packs. So I got the receipts. So all I want to do is be reputable, so people know how I got my stuff, so you understand it, and that I have a large position on auxiliary, and a lot of good auxiliary C22 tins that have, again, Evolving Skies again in there, and Fusion Strike or Chill and Rain is the other pack inside. So, you know, whatever was in those C22 tins, we know it was Evolving Skies, right? And one other pack. But I bought a bunch of them when other people telling you don't buy their auxiliary. And I get selling my Evolving Skies loose packs. Not at all. Only Facebook Marketplace, you got people that play games, but then you'll have the right seller, the right buyer come, and they'll pick it up. And I had the right buyer come. And I went through some Evolving Skies, man. I wasn't ashamed that I did. I paid $3.99 a sleeve and $4.99 or $4.49 a checkout lane blister. Not at all was I ashamed at selling it. I sold it, but I put it right back into Pokemon. I got Prismatic and a ton of it. So, you know, you gotta know what products to put the money into to make the play, make it work. You know. And you got to watch a lot of people on YouTube to be, knowledgeable. So that's all I'm saying. All right, but yeah, the market, guys, we are stronger than ever. You got to try to figure things out for yourself, guys. You got to find something that no one else is doing. and do it. There are many things you could be doing outside of trying to find sealed product. If that's all you're after is sealed, try to figure some stuff out. Get some loose cards. Uncle. So yeah, go try to do something outside the box with raw cards. I'd rather have sealed over slabs, so I just think that sealed is ultimately the way to go. Slabs, I just don't, I don't care if they're PSA or BGS, I stay away from, for the most part, CGC and all that, and tag, grading. If it's not PSA, I don't really mess with them, and I'd rather have raw over sealed, because I can get so many more copies of a raw rather than pay that crazy price for a PSA 10 version of it. That's going to be harder to sell, because if you got a PSA 10 like Umbreon, and it's valued at, just put a crazy number, 4,000, let's just say Evolving Skies PSA 10 Umbreon Alt Art is valued at 4,500. Your pool of people that have 4,500 cash to pay you, very small. So you're going to get a lot of trades that may consist of other slabs and raw cards and then some cash. You're not going to get all 4,500 cash unless you somebody came to you that had a lot of money, because they did a card show, or they sold a lot of stuff at their table or whatever, and then they come to you and they have the cash. Your pool of people with that amount of money is very, very slim. So you're going to get a lot of trades that will come to you for that big slab. And that's what I found true is, trades mostly happen with the bigger cards, and a lot of people are priced out and can't buy that product from you. So I try to stay, for the most part, I try to stay with $200 cards, all right, and under for card shows, because people have $200, but when you get to those $400, $500 cards, it's less likely those people are gonna have them, and you'll have to move them at a bigger show that a lot of, where there's a lot of cash exchanging hands at that, like a Collecticon or a bigger show, where in your own backyard it may be hard to move that card. You'll get a lot of trade offers, where if you go to another area like Connecticut or New Jersey card show, you might have more people with that paper to spend than in your own local area. So you may have to take those specific cards to that show versus your own local area where it's going to be harder to sell. So I just know that I know where I want to be at card shows. For me, I personally want to have $20 cards to $200, and maybe uppers to $300 cards, but I don't want to go over that $300 threshold. I want to stay right in that ballpark on cards that I want to bring to the show. Minimum $20 cards, and then up to $300 market value. That's just me. For other card shows, then you may want to up your threshold and bring more expensive cards to that. But you got to figure that out. You got to see where the money is coming from at shows. See how shows work. And once you do shows, you'll know what you sell and what you don't sell at certain shows. And at certain areas, if you travel, you'll know what to bring. And starting out, I just want to be within that threshold, $300 cap on cards with a minimum $20 cards. That way, I can hit all aspects of people who have that $300 and then under $300, where even kids have $20. So that way, I'm not gonna have a majority of people priced out of an area where they can't get anything. So I'll figure it out, but I'm going to be staying with popular cards, in-demand cards, that people want, and then try to replenish cards that sold, and buying cards that I think are undervalued, and buy cards that I don't have to bring to another show. All right, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So, you know, you got to figure things out. Depends on your area, where you're at, and, you know, source out. Facebook Marketplace has been very good to me. I did a lot of trades here on Facebook. People who responded that wanted the cards and didn't actually sell, they traded, and then there was some side deals too. But then I got people who reached me outside of Facebook, and yeah, made a lot of money, guys, in these private deals. Ugh. So it's crazy, man. I'm having a time of my life. It's been life-changing for me. That now I'm well capitalized financially, and yeah, I can make moves, you know, and I can make moves, man. It's just crazy. It didn't happen until just this year. When I came back from Florida, is when the ball started rolling for me. It started to roll before I left, but then when I was down there, it was rolling a little bit. When I came home, it started taking off like crazy. And I have my slow days. Today's kind of a slow day. That's why I'm able to get on the channel and talk to you guys. It's been a slow day, but yesterday I had a couple of deals, and then I went to a couple of card shops. Yeah, there is some slowdowns, but you know, I'm still enjoying the hobby, man. Even in the bull market, I just don't pay attention to the negative. I stay with the positive, and I watch the people that I am already belled up with my notifications on. I watch Pokeball. I still watch PokeRev. I watch Pika Pika Papa, Northwoods, Andy over there. I watch It Never Was a Phase. I forgot what his name is. I watch him. I watch a lot of Nostalgianomics. I'm on a lot of Nostalgianomics ripping ships, and I'm on his lives when he's on here with Eli. Who else? Who else am I watching? I watch Pokey Annie sometimes with his thoughts and his insights. So there are some other YouTubers that I watch, you know, but I'm not, you know, I'm still learning. I'm still in those learning phases. Give Uncle hugs. This baby's so big, so big, so big. You hair nappies. I put the sprays in your hair. I put the hairs in your spray. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. You see you on TVs? Look at you. What you doing? Hi. Hi. She does this weird thing like this. Hi. Oh, boy. Hi. You feeling better? You feeling better? Huh? Show them, say hi. Yeah. All right, so I think we're gonna end the video. You know, yeah, it was a good talk here, man. It was good talk. Good talk. Just want to let you guys know I'm doing fine, man. Getting a lot of sleep. I'm on vacation this whole week. I'm on vacation, and just because I'm on vacation doesn't mean that I'm still buying. You know, I'm still going out buying. You know, nothing's changed for me except that there's less video content. Yeah, but I'm still. What are you doing, babies? I'm still doing the hustle bustle, man. Okay, all right.
You can always make a killing in this hobby if you know the right people.
It's not, Ben. It's not just knowing the right people. It's knowing what you know, and that's the thing. Connections. Right? I don't have distro. I don't have a card shop that, like I said, like where I get sweet deals that I can, like, say, you know, that I'm going to a card shop. Card shops are struggling, guys. Card shops are struggling. When I say struggling, it means product, man. They can't get product, and they've been shafted. They've been shafted in the foot by distributors. And because they've been shafted by distributors, now distro is hurting. They can't really give too much product to the LGSs because a lot of it, Pokemon has shifted to the vending machine and has shifted out, has sourced the product out to Walmarts and Targets that they know that they're going to do the right thing with it. They're going to charge they're not going to charge Facebook Marketplace prices, right? They're not going to charge what I buy from, they're not going to charge you that, right? So if I'm buying at a premium, you're going to be able to make a profit from me selling it to me if you bought from Walmart, Target. So Pokemon is happily, willingly wanting to give it to Targets and Walmarts because they know they're going to do the right thing. They're not going to look at Facebook Marketplace or eBay and see what those boxes are going for because it's a POS, point of sale thing with Walmart and Target. If the item doesn't sell through Walmart and Target at register, then they don't make any money. So if somebody steals a product, Walmart, Target ain't losing anything. It's MDA Holding. So MDA Holding and them are moving a lot of product at Walmart and Target, but they know that distro screwed over LGSs and now moving a lot of product to Walmart and Target that they normally would have gave to the distro to have them give to the card shops. So, but since the distro is screwing over the LGSs by making them take other stuff, Pokemon don't like that, man. And so they shafting out the distributor that is screwing over the card shops and allocating the products to gas stations now, Dick's Sporting Goods, to Cumberland Farms, Dollar Generals and all that. Dollar Generals and stuff never got ETBs, never got collection box. They always got packs or some weird packs with 5 cards and 1 hollow. They always got that stuff. So here, what are you doing, babies, with the Vaselines? So they never got that kind of stuff. And now they are because distributors going over each card shop. Come here. Let me wipe your hands. Get some Vaseline. So that's what's going on, man. Crazy as it is. Yeah. Crazy as it is, that's the times we're at. I mean, the product's hard to get. It is hard to get, guys. And since I don't have, like I said, I don't have no sweetheart deals. I'm doing everything in my power to get product and to stay in stock. I'm not selling any of it, like I said. I'm not selling any Mega Evolution. Not selling any Dustin Robbins. Not selling any Prismatic. Not selling any 151. Not selling any Crown Zenith. I'm still building my positions on it, and I'm not selling right now. I'm not selling it. I'm buying. And I think when we come to the bear market, you're going to have a lot of people that over-leveraged themselves, got into financial debt, and they need to sell. And it's going to come to that point, guys. Bull market's not going to stay forever, but we are definitely cooked this year. Definitely are cooked this year. Yeah, Pokemon is in trouble. All right, where not trouble where it's just trouble for product. Trouble for you guys to get product, get it where you can, when you can. That's how the cookie crumbles, man. That's just where we're at. Me, I'm paying premium so I can have the product. I'd rather pay high. I know I'll do well later on. It's just right now I'm buying because I'm able to, and it's all because of what happened with me and what I was able to do in Pokemon since I came back from Florida. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm able to buy at a premium, but now I wouldn't sell because it doesn't make sense for me to sell. very little margins at this point for me. So it doesn't make sense that, get it here. Doesn't make sense that I sell. Very little profits for me to make right now. So it doesn't make sense for me to sell. I had people question me on Marketplace. Why are you selling? Why aren't you selling? Because I'm not. It doesn't make sense for me to sell right now. Absolutely no sense to sell Prismatic or 151 or Crown Zenith right now. I'm building those. Those are long-term plays that I know those sets are going to do good. And I'll sell at the right time. Right now is not the time. It's not the right time for me. It's a nice time to keep buying, and that's what I'm doing. Come on out of here. I'm buying because it's part of my investing, and that's where I'm at. But I will. The first thing that will leave out of my position, guys, will be like checkout lane blisters, loose packs. Yeah, for sure. I would, and what I like to do, I don't like to sell anything till it's got up on a nice margin. Well, I do flip some of my stuff, but I put it into product that I believe in. All right, so it doesn't like, I filter out the money and I go on vacation. No, it's not like, It's not like that's what happens. I make wise decisions, guys, with what I make. It got to make sense. It's got to make sense. And I tell the very people that I buy from, it's got to make sense for me to buy it. And if your price point is too high, it's got to make sense for me to buy it at that price point. If it's too high, I'm not buying. So everything that makes sense. I'm trying to find. Oh, it's got to make sense to me to make that risk. And if it doesn't make sense to buy at that risk, to take that risk, then I won't. And how do I make these calls? Is by watching people on YouTube that I watch. All right, I'm very informed on the market. I stay informed with the market. I stay in touch with the market because it keeps me on top of the market. So I know what I know, right? So, and that's how I'm able to make an informed decision when it comes down to buying product and holding product, and then which product I want to relieve myself out of positions and put into something else that I think is going to perform better. If there are outlier packs and sets that come out that I believe are going to strongly overpower something else, yeah, I'll move out of that and put it into the one that I think is going to do better, rather than risk it into the lower performing set. I'd rather put it into one that I know is going to do better. I'd rather just make that change quickly, get out of it, and move into that. So yeah, I see you put all them diapers down. You made a mess. I see you did it. Yeah, but it's been great talks with you guys. I mean, it's been an honor here to just talk with you guys, give you some gaming content. It's been an honor. Get that up. Give to uncles. Give to uncles. Give to uncles. Don't put your shoes on. Get your shoes. Your shoes up there in the bed. Go get them so I can put them on your feet. You gotta have your shoes on. It's up there. Yeah. So yeah, man, this has been an honor talking with you guys. All right, so I'll probably be back today, later today or tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna put your shoes on, babies. So yeah, I'll probably be back here talking with you guys. I'm gonna get your shoes. I know you made a mess. I'm gonna be back talking with you guys. Probably over the weekend. Like I said, I'm on vacation this whole week. I don't go back till Tuesday. All right. You want to say bye-byes to the peoples? Say bye-byes. Say bye-byes. We going to see you later, me and Ava's. Say bye-byes. She waving to you guys. Say bye-byes. Say wave to them. Wave to peoples. Bye-bye. All right, guys. I got to get her set. She's got to get her shoes. Probably going to go outside and play with Jadiel. But I've been enjoying the hobby, man. I'm great. I'm doing great. Feel great. Enjoying the hobby, man. I want you guys to do the same. I want you guys to succeed. Just stay informed. Subscribe to the channel. Not much more than talk like this here and there, but there's a lot of gaming content there. All right. But I'll be back, guys. I ain't gone nowhere. I'm still here. All right. With that said, guys, all right. What? Here. Take that. Go spray that fish. Clean the fish. Here's your dad. That's probably coming in. What? Yeah, I don't know why you guys keep banging on my door while I'm videotaping. Don't bang on my door. I'll put a do not disturb sign on there. When I'm videoing, don't come in here. Don't be banging on my door. Y'all keep banging on here. Jadiel's crying. That Jadiel is yours. Yeah, he need to go to sleep. Well, other than that, you guys have a great one. I'll be back here with another video. Guys, stay on path. Stay on path with this Pokemon, I'm telling you. Don't get distracted. Don't get sidelined. Because there's many people on there that will sidetrack you and you'll make the wrong decision and then you're going to kick yourself in the rear end wishing that you would have stayed on the path. I'm telling you, stay on the path. All right, that's it. It's Pokemon TCG. Been fun talking with you guys. Stay on path, guys. Stay well schooled on knowledge. Knowledge is king in this hobby. Stay with the sealed. Sealed is king. And if you can make plays into the rolls, I mean, there's plays to be made with that stuff too, especially on undervalued cards for a longer term play where you can do like in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, where some of these cards you can buy for investment later on that you think may do good. Yeah, there are some cards in Destined Rivals, even in Mega Evolution, some of these other sets that are undervalued that could perform, but you get them now while you can find a bunch of them and they're nice and clean rather than 6 years later you're trying to find tag team cards. Should have bought all those tag team cards when they were cheap, when they first came out and stuff, when the market was doing like our market where you can find the cards, put them away. So we got times like this where you can find some cards that you can stock away now for that time 6 years later from now. Some of those cards you're buying multiples of, you'll have nice clean copies that might have gone up and be worth. What are you doing? Yeah, I see. You got to wipe your face. All that water's on you. Yeah. All right. With that said, guys, remember to get out there, catch them all, have a ball, and I'll see all of who? All of y'all in the next video. Do me now. Peace, a whole lot of love for you, and a high five, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. It's Pokemon TCG in the bull market, still doing crazy things, man. Finding a lot of product, join the hobby. Check out my reels on PokeTuber Jedi Hustler, and I will see you guys on the other side, man. On the next side. When I come back, streaming, I'm here. Peace. Have a great one. Bye.